I was born to fish. It's an obsession that consumes my life. As a fishing journo and photographer, I go to the greatest lengths to get the shot.
Getting the boat out!
Join me as I travel the world in search of fishing heaven.
Oh, yeah!
I didn't give him any line that time. I've wanted to catch one of these all my life. Wetting a line with some of the best fishos on the planet.
Joe the Rooster.
How's the serenity? In fishing, you have your good days and you have your bad days. This is the ultimate bucket list for fishing.
This is insane. The storms are going up around.
Fishing is much more than just catching fish. Double. It's about sharing the adventure with your mates.
You caught an Aussie. G'day, mate.
I'm McGlashan, and this is Fishing with Mates. This week, we return to Ascension Island, where our mission to tag Jurassic tuna hits a massive snag.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, right there, have a look at him. Ascension Island is one of the most isolated islands on the planet, situated 1,600 kilometres from the coast of Africa and over 2,000 kilometres from South America. With a 200 nautical mile exclusion zone for commercial fishing, this place has become a fishing hotspot for the world's largest game fish in the last few years. The crystal clean waters are home to hundreds of fish species, including 1,000-pound marlin, giant yellowfin tuna, rock-eyed groper, wahoo, amberjack, almaco jacks, Galapagos sharks, and even the odd whale shark. I've been here for just over a week with 3 of my Aussie fishing mates. The fishing action has been insane, especially chasing the gigantic yellowfin tuna.
Oh, yeah! Fuck, it's a monster! It's a monster!
The biggest catch so far was 112 kilo. It's a monster! By my fisho mate, Sundal.
Oh, 112!
Yeah! It's easy to see why they call this place the Atlantic's Jurassic Park. But I was curious to find out just how well the tuna stocks here were holding up. I caught up with Sam, who is one of the resident marine biologists here on the island. Sam, how are you, mate? Good to see you.
Nice to meet you. Let me show you down to the fisheries lab.
Oh, yeah. How good's this place? Fisheries research has only been going on for about 2 years on the island, so not a great deal is known about why this is such an amazing fishery for yellowfin tuna.
So this is where it all happens, eh?
Yeah, this is our new fisheries lab. Only finished last year.
Oh, really? So it's brand new?
Yeah, brand spanking new.
The research lab was far more advanced than I suspected. These guys are doing ageing, they're doing stomach contents and learning how old these fish are and all these vital things that we need to know about the yellowfin. So what have we got here?
OK, so at the minute, what we're looking at on the screen, it's called an otolith, which is the ear bone from a yellowfin tuna.
Oh, rightio. So how big was that fish?
So this one was actually 190 centimetres, so just under 2 metres, and 106 kilos.
So that's 240 pounds.
Yeah, exactly.
So it took 10 years to grow to get over the 100 kilo mark.
Yeah.
The biggest hurdle facing Ascension's fisheries research is getting the tags into the tuna. But I know just the man for the job. Mate, I'm here to help. Give me some tags.
Well, here's a bunch of streamer tags, and if you can get all of those out for us, we'd be much obliged.
Done. Absolute
Thanks,
pleasure.
Pleasure
Go and fishing. So my mate Mick and I have teamed up with Craig, one of the local fishermen. He's going to help us out and do a bit of tagging.
The fishing in general on Ascension is just, it's like nowhere else in the world. From every species we have here, we've got world records of. And, you know, it's just so plentiful, as you've seen over the last couple of days. It's just an untouched fishery.
So we're heading out to sea, and then all of a sudden, Craig swings in the right-hander and goes back into the beach. And for a minute, I couldn't work out what was going on, and then I saw the birds. It was chaos on the beach.
Craig, what are we doing, man? We're at the tuna over there.
Yeah, I tell you what we're going to do today. I'm going to look for some birds going in the water here.
It's going off.
It's going crazy there. We're going to go find that bait ball. Should be some tuna with it, some big amberjacks. And I'll show you a little South African trick of how to get hooked up really quickly in a bait ball.
Oh, really? The bait ball action was intense. There were gannets dropping in, there were frigates flying around. There's this massive black patch, which is just all fish. And around the edges, there were jacks, there were almacos. rainbow runners, you name it, they were on it, and they were all feeding really hard. Oh! Yep. Hooking up these Almaco jacks is instant. You're straight down into the trenches with these guys. They crunch down on the rooster popper. Next thing you know, you're holding on for dear life as these guys are charging around. They fight, and they fight hard. I can't believe that. Look at them. I'll stream them into you. Look at that.
Let's get this chap out of here. There we go. There's one there. Have a look at that.
They're such pretty fish, but they're so strong too.
Lovely
Grab the rod,
fighter.
jump in, we'll get a quick photo. Oh, oh. Fuck, I haven't dropped it the whole friggin' time. All right, buddy. Oh,
Oh, there she goes.
what's this? The fishing was ridiculous. Every cast we're hooking up. So Craig starts telling me about this new technique, jig and drop. I thought he was about to start dancing or something.
Right, this is the jig and drop. Elsa basically just got a treble hook, teardrop sinker at the bottom. I'm going to flick it into the shoal, try and snag myself a little bait fish. So drop him out there, let him go to the bottom. There, we're on the bottom. There we go. You can see there I've got one on. Got a bait fish on. Let's see if the predator comes now.
That's a brilliant idea.
Bait ready, presented in the water.
In the hot spot too, straight into it.
There we go. There we go.
No friggin' way. Look at it, the jack, and he's bringing his mates up with him.
It's a great technique, Al. I mean, it works fantastically when you can't reach the bait with a cast net.
What an unreal technique. Look at that. What a pretty little fish.
Off you go, buddy.
All right, I'll do a gentle release. Oh, perfect.
And there he goes.
Mate, that is awesome. I can't believe it.
Jig and drop.
Jig and drop. I'm up for that.
As simple as that.
So our playtime was over. We had some serious tuna tagging to do. It's going to be great putting some tags in and putting something back into the fishery so we can learn about them. I think we've got 10 tags or something.
We've been doing a bit of tagging for the Marine Conservation Department. We've put a couple of satellite tags in, a few big tuna by spear, and the other sport fishing boats also deployed a few satellite tags in the fish. So it's just a waiting game now. We're waiting to see when those tags pop off, where in the world they pop off. And from that, they'll get their data and they're happy to share it with us.
Oh, yeah!
I got the little one. I think I got a bite. Jesus Christ. So when it comes to tag and release, the critical point is you've got to get the fish up fast. Because if you fight them for too long, they might die or a shark might eat them. So you've got to do it quickly. Oh, God. Woohoo! Come on, baby, give me a big one.
Right, here we go.
Tag number T029. Okie
Tag into the hole.
All righty, that's the first tag in, boys.
Okay, we clear with the hook.
All right, clear with the hook.
Here we go, off you go.
Look at that. One down, 9 to go. How good is that? Woohoo! But Craig's got this interesting theory with the tuna that they become semi-resident. Basically, they're travelling around out in the open ocean. They find Ascension, which is thousands of miles from anywhere, and of course it's got a food source, so why leave it? And it makes a lot of sense, because he's telling me that something like they're finding up to 30 triggerfish in the guts of a tuna, which pretty much says they're semi-resident or they just love eating triggers.
That information is just, it's priceless out here. And I think for our fish stock, it's going to be an amazing thing when the tags start coming back and we find out where they're going.
Done. Number one out of the way. And we've only got 9 to go. Mick, 9 more fish to catch, mate. Keep winding.
It's really good tagging these fish because it'll help us understand their breeding and their migratory habits.
Let's see if she takes it.
We've
Let's
got
get that number down.
tag number T029. T31. T0035. Next tag is T34. T0029.
We get the tag in quickly, get the hook out, and we get her straight back into the water.
Oh, there's one.
Oh, there's another one with him.
Oh. tag number 34. Get it in. Beautiful, tag is in. Nice. Okay, third tag through. 029 is done.
Beautiful.
Tag's in. Rightio. It's been a successful day. We've tagged 8 fish, 20 to 40 kilos. But tomorrow, I really want to try and tag a big one. And we're talking 100 kilos plus. Not a bad day's work, I reckon. Today, we're heading out with skipper Colin Chester, and the plan is to tag a big yellowfin over 100 kilos.
So what's going on? You guys feeling good?
Ready for action.
Ready for action? I mean, that's what they always say in fishing, eh? Action.
Yeah, action. We like action. Can't we get in here?
Action. We can head out and start looking for that big one.
Oh, that's it. We've still got 2 tags left, so we've got to get one of those into a big one.
Yeah, we're always out there trying to get information tag for the guys, and the tagging process has gone pretty good. After a couple of years, we'll have a really good idea of the tuna population.
All right, wait for a big one.
Just keep it going, keep the birdie trail alive.
So, Carl, what do you do with, like, looking after this place? It's obviously pretty special.
We started off pretty enthusiastic, you know, trying to get as many big fish as we could have in the beginning, and then after a while, we sort of realised that, you know, you can't just carry on doing that.
Yeah, you got to look after it, especially when it's this good.
We need to conserve our fishery, and we let the guys take a one big fish per person, per trip. Everything we bring ashore here is utilised, we eat it up.
I reckon that's a great idea, because you do want to catch a big fish, but the idea of it being fully utilised on the island there, you know, as soon as you chop up a fish, it's gone.
It's gone, yeah. A lot of the guys, I have to say, are into the catch and releasing, as we are, to the extent where, you know, we got this, like you've seen, we got this tagging program going now, we're helping out conservation, etc.
Well, there you go. If I catch a big one and he's healthy, he's getting a tag and going back. Oh! I think I got a bite.
Coming now. Coming. Oh, yeah, he's on. You wanted that one, bud.
So I've sent the pilchard, the sardine, down the trail, and it's just bang, fish has got it hooked up. And we thought these fish were 25, 35 kilos, and this thing's just screamed off for the bottom. We had a much bigger fish on.
That's going to be quite a good one, Al. I reckon looking at him probably 45, 55 kilos possibly, maybe 60 if it was the big one of the pack. He just came past so fast from underneath there, like Mick said. He's still going, he's wrecking it up, man.
I think it's bigger than friggin', yeah, that or...
I think you got a decent one on there, my boy.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, that's more, man. You're getting... That thing's starting to overheat.
You said that was 40 kilos, right?
Yes!
This is the one thing I wanted to do more than anything. Until I hooked up. I could feel there's a lot of drag on him. I thought if he runs down and snaps off at the bottom, it doesn't matter. Oh, you fucking kid.
Oh, there he goes, man, oh, man.
Oh, man, I had some drag on that. Snapped 400 pound, 200 pound.
Jesus. You know what that is?
Shark.
That's tiger shark, buddy.
Shark ate it.
Shark ate it. Oh, yeah.
Look at this. Oh, right there, right there. Have a look at him. There's
Tigers,
two.
eh?
Look at another one. Look at him right here. Oh, look at the fin coming right out. So suddenly there's a whole heap of sharks around. Now this instantly stops the fishing effort because we catch a tuna, it gets eaten. No point letting it go, the sharks are going to get it. I came to Ascension because there weren't that many sharks. You lied.
There's such an everyday shark that you get around Ascension Island, that's for sure.
Oh, man. Nick, I've got to get some footage of this. Can you jump in for me? So that only leaves one thing to do. Hey, Mick, how big are these sharks again? Jumping in. I'm a bit nervous. You know, there's some big sharks in the water. I thought these sharks were bronze whalers, but it turns out they're Galapagos sharks. But they're still just as dangerous. Slip in the water, and it's instantly surreal. All the tuna are cruising around, the sharks vanish instantly, and then the big boy arrives. And I'm talking, this is the one. This is the biggest tuna I've ever seen. Carl, another monster, man. Right, what we need is a tag and the big fella. There he is right there.
Okay, go, 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 go!
Deciding to catch the big one, that's one idea. The problem is to actually get it to take a bait because there's all these small fish that are zipping around everywhere.
Just break him off. There he comes.
He's right there.
Break
Damn
him.
it.
Just
There's
break
too
him
many
off.
little fish in the way. So what we did was we downsized the hook and we just held it off the rod tip so it was just touching the water. And that way we could pull it up as soon as the small fish came through and leave it there, hopefully, when the big fish ate it. Here he goes.
Oh, yeah! Hit him! Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Here we go!
I didn't give him any line that time.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
So we've got the best tackle in the business. We've got 100-pound braid, we've got the ballistic rod there, and of course, the Stella.
Yeah, Mario, Blaine, we on with the monster.
Yeah, well done. Get it in before the target shot.
All right, Al, listen, you just need to talk to me. Tell me exactly how you want me to go around this fish for you.
Catch it. Make it easier for me. He now works out that he's obviously something not right. So he powers down and the drag's smoke and he's screaming away. Luckily I had the harness, so we set up the harness. We're all rigged in, ready for the fight of my life. This is my biggest tuna ever, Mick. And then it starts to hurt. And it really starts to hurt. See if I can work out where this angle is. It was a full-on fight.
That's angling in the true sense of the word, Al.
You're right, it's genuine angling because we fully outsmarted that fish. It took us a while. One thing you got to remember is when you're fighting these big fish is that you're packing down your spool so much, so you think he's further away than he is sometimes. So I'm trying to get this fish up, so I'm putting a lot of pressure on it. You know, I'm really, really loading up on it, and then out of the blue, my harness snaps and explodes. Luckily, I didn't lose the rod, but now things have just got a whole lot harder. The harness snapped, the blade thing on it. Look at that, I've lost all that bloody power on him. It's all gone now. Should be two in there, eh? There's so much pressure I'm exerting on this fish that the harness blows up a little clip. No, other way, other way. Ready? And one more time. Hang on, that's it, that should be. We're just fighting this fish, we've almost got him up. And my cross harness that they're testing just blew up. I've got a real dilemma now. I've got to get this fish up, but I'm already fishing the gear to the max. How hard do I have to push this tackle? Because I've got to get him up. If I don't, he may die.
So just over 2 hours in now, and it's going again. These things never give up. They never say die. It's going to test you to the limit, my friend.
So we're in the heat of the battle, and I'm in the trenches fighting the fish of a lifetime, and my mates are there to support me. Have a look at this. No, they're not. I turn around, they're making lunch.
Tally-o, old boy. Tally-o.
Fishing's all about fishing with mates. I just got to find some that are nicer to me. Oh, I'm going to lose it. If I don't get it soon, we're going to just... The reel seat's going to come off. I've been fighting this fish for over 2 hours. Desperately trying to get it up and get a tag in it, let it go. But the pain's starting to really set in now. It's really starting to hurt. Oh, it's such a beautiful fish. I just don't want to kill it. I don't want it to break off with all the gear or anything. Just want to get it up, put a tag in it and kick it in the ass. It's just torture. They wanted me to torture my gear, but this is horrible.
You got a big fish there, 280 plus pounds of Ascension brutality.
I'm deliberately pushing the gear to its limit to see how stressed it can get. But I don't know who's more stressed, the gear or me.
Everything breaks with these fish. Most of the guys, when we're fighting on spinning gear like this now, this is when it starts to go wrong due to equipment failure. You just get to a stage where you just can't anymore. And after 3.5, 4 hours, the guys are just absolutely knackered, man.
You know, the most helpful thing Cole could do for me right now is shut the fuck up.
Oh, he's not talking to us anymore.
So I'm fishing the gear well beyond its limits. I've pushed everything up. I need to get this fish up. Things are going to break. And the 100-pound braid exploded, and it was all over. Oh well, whatever. I love my fishing, you know, and I make no excuse. I'm passionate about it. The moment that line snapped, your heart sinks. It's just like, oh, no.
Well, that's how it goes. Big fish. I reckon that fish is over 280 pounds. Forward and onward, chappos. Let's head for home, eh? What do you say?
At the end of the day, I can only put respect to that fish that he won the day.
Another day at the office, another couple of tuna, a few broken bits of equipment. What can I say?
The good thing is, and this is what I'm probably most happy about, is it's only a circle hook in the corner of the mouth, which you'll probably warn a little hole, so that'll shake out. So he's still alive today.
Well, Al, 3.5 hours on the biggest yellowfin that you and I are ever going to see in our lifetime.
Oh, mate, it's so disappointing to lose that big fella, you know. But I suppose on the same note, we did get some tags and a heap of other fish, and hopefully that's going to shed some light on these Ascension yellowfin. But it's still frustrating, the big fish. Ascension Island gets described as the Jurassic Park of the Atlantic. I'd heard it, but now that I've been here, I can vouch for it 110%. From the environment where you've got green forests up the top to these moonscapes down here, and the fishing. The tuna fishing is undoubtedly the best yellowfin fishing I've ever seen in my life. It is awesome. It has to be one of the best things I've ever done. You know this show's about fishing with mates, not bloody assholes. Yeah, more importantly, where do we go for a beer around here?
Jeez, Al, put your clothes back on.
Yeah, we don't want to see that.
That's so cool. Well, unless you're a boatfish.
You don't want to scare the fish. You're going to scare the fish. Like a walrus.
Can you make tuna beer?
Fish go, how they move around the island. And now and again you get shat on by birds.
The fishing was... it's going to be love.
It's not tuna, which means it's bloody good.